Santa came very early this year. All right. All right. All right. Jacob Trouba, gone. Full $8 million cap hit off the books. Gone. He's gone. All right. In all seriousness, I don't want to just sit here and dunk on the guy the whole time. He is still a human being at the end of the day. I still do feel sympathy for him. But in that same breath, there's a few million people right now that are pretty pumped that he's not on their team anymore. And he's going to the West Coast. Thank God. The Rangers, this is a move the Rangers needed to make. They needed a culture shock. They needed a culture change. This team, way too complacent. It's been this way for a long time. This core, including Jacob Trouba on it, has been through 3 coaches. 3. Yeah. I think they needed a little matzat on goal to get things in the right direction. Trading your captain? Yeah. That's a pretty big one. Trouba had 2 years left at $8 million a year. And arguably was the worst defenseman on the team. Arguably. It's debatable. It is. And we just got rid of him. And we got assets back. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Urho Vakanainen's like some sort of savior. He's not. But, serviceable 7th defenseman. How do you spell his fucking name? Vakanainen? Former first-round pick? Yeah, bro. Talk about that spelling for a second. Urho Vakanainen, he's just a 7th defenseman. You know, he's not this, he's not that. He's just a 7th defenseman. He's 25. He's just like, whatever. He might get games. He might not. I know he's hurt right now. I don't know. It is what it is. Fact of the matter is, we got him, and he's better than Trouba. So, yeah, he's probably not going to play. I'm not going to sit here and get hold up on that. A 4th-round pick, cool, dope. Honestly, the biggest asset the Rangers got here was $8 million in cap space. Right meow. And next offseason. Pretty big free agent class coming up. Pointed out by Brendan Azov. Great follow, by the way, if you don't follow Brendan on Twitter. He's had me and Ranger Central boys on his podcast a few times. Great guy. Great podcast. If you don't follow Brendan on Twitter already, what are you doing? Get on there. He's the man. Good guy. But he makes an excellent point here. $33.5 million in cap space. That's if the cap goes up to $92 million. It could exceed that. That's fucking huge. That is huge. And why do I say it's huge, Jerry? Well, first and foremost, let's see what we got now. Right now, we got $27 million in cap space at the deadline. I am 50-50 on if I want the Rangers to be spending right now. To tell you the truth, the trade market's not at a spot where it's like, yeah, got to get that guy. No, you don't. I don't really think there's anything out there right now that I'd be willing to give up assets for. That's like notably on the market. Brady Tkachuk, if he is available, yeah, it's a guy you go after. But right now, I don't really think there's anything out there that's like, you got to go all in for that. Also missing somebody, which I might be. But I don't think the Rangers need to spend right now. I think you make this team play without their captain, and you set the friggin' tone. Because theoretically, from watching this team, this should be addition through subtraction. The team right now should be better without him than they were with him. Should be. We'll see if that's the case. And you know what? They'll reassess and bring in guys as they need to. A lot is on Mancini right now. He's got a pretty big role to fill. I mean, he's literally coming in and taking the captain's spot on defense. He is the placeholder right there right now. So we'll see how he plays, and we'll go from there. But having $27 million in cap space going to the deadline this year is absolutely massive. All right, the Rangers put themselves in a spot where they could take on bad salary in exchange for draft picks and prospect capital, or they can go out there, take a big swing, and bring in a player or 2 or 3 or 4. You know, the issue with this Rangers team the past few seasons is they haven't had the money to do anything. Now, granted, I say that they brought in Tarasenko and Kane at the trade deadline 2 years ago, but it took a lot of maneuvering in order to do. I'm also not advertising for them to do something like that again. I'm just saying right now it's going to be a lot easier for the Rangers to make moves and address issues on this team than it was, let's say, last year, for example. So that is something to be very excited about. The Rangers have money to spend, and that is a good thing to have, especially if the Rangers somehow turn it around and people get their shit in gear and they become a playoff team again. Then you got a lot of money at the deadline to play around with. Also, you've got a hell of a free agent class coming up. An absolutely absurd free agent class coming up. I'm not saying the Rangers are going to go out there and get a Marner or a Rantanen. But fact of the matter is, if they wanted to, they have the money to do so. If you take a look at the Rangers' pending free agents this year, Riley Smith, whoop-de-doo Basil, Capo Caco, Might not even keep him. Edstrom, he's not getting much. Cooley, he'll get a bridge deal. He'll probably get like a 2 and change bridge deal. VC, they're probably letting walk. Lindgren, probably letting walk. Miller, it's like, even if they do sign him, is it going to be more than four? There's no way he's getting more than Lindgren got. At least not the way he's playing right now. And Zach Jones, obviously got to sign Jones and Shesterkin, but we don't know what's going to happen with that. Fact of the matter is, Rangers going into free agency with $33 million in cap space and a lot of options. They are Jack Harlow. They got options. So I think right now, I'm cool with the Rangers standing pat for a minute. I am. By the way, Puckpedia. If you need a source for all things cap and hockey related after cap friendly shut down, Puckpedia is the best. But I am cool with the Rangers right now standing pat and seeing how this team does for 3 or 4 games. I'm not going to sit here and say the season's young. Oh, okay. I thought that was a picture they used for the game tonight. I'm not going to sit here and tell you the season's young because we're past a quarter of the way through now. The Rangers find themselves out of a playoff spot at the no, they're in a wild card spot. Okay, they're in the second wild card spot right now. Losing ground. They're 8 points out of a divisional spot, so there's work to do, but I don't think they need to rush to do it at this point in time. I would like to see how this team does and how they react to Trouba not being here, just for a minute. But right now, and even those of you that are Trouba fans, you cannot sit here and argue that this is not. This is addition through subtraction. You're gaining the cap space. You're losing the slow, immobile defenseman that throws the occasional big hit and takes a shitload of penalties. Jacob Trouba is the furthest thing from a net positive on the ice. I'm sure he's beloved in the locker room, as all the players made it seem to be. But we need results. And this Rangers team has been doing nothing but getting shit on for the past 2 or 3 weeks. So you know what? Good. It sucks, but this is professional sport. You guys are making millions and millions and millions of dollars. They needed a wake-up call. And you know what? It sucks for the person. I feel for the person, but as a fan, selfishly, I'm glad. And this team needs to take steps in the right direction because it's getting old. The shtick, it's not working anymore. This team right now finds themselves 18th in the league. They're tied for the second wild card spot. This was, by many, thought to be a Stanley Cup favorite going into the season. That doesn't scream Stanley Cup favorite. Sure, there's other teams struggling like Colorado, Tampa, and Edmonton. Fine, I don't care. Those aren't my teams. My team is the New York Rangers, and I want them to do the best and be the best they can. And I think by getting rid of Jacob Trouba, they put themselves in a better position to be better. So we'll see what happens. I don't want to sit here and chew everyone's ear off and make a super long video about it. It's just simple. The Rangers got out of 2 bad contracts now. The Goodrow contract first, the Trouba contract second. Got out of 2 really bad contracts, and it is important that they allocate the money gained by by ridding themselves of Trouba and Goodrow the correct way. Because the last thing we need is them to fucking spend that money on another future net negative that we're stuck with for years to come. So right now, I think the Rangers are better, and I think this is a good thing. And yeah, what a day. Well, I'm shocked that Drury finally had the balls to pull this off. With 2 weeks ago, it was like, oh, they're going to make changes. Then he kind of takes a step back, and then here we are. Changes are made. What a time. You know what? I'm going to stop ranting. You guys comment up all your thoughts. I want to hear what all you have to say about what they can do with the cap space, what they will do with the cap space. Should they do anything? My opinion, I'll restate my opinion again, is that they should stand pat and see how this team performs with the kick in the ass they just got. I am more than okay with that. You guys comment down below your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next one. It's rare I make a video these days, only for big stuff. This is one of the big stuffs. Good day today, guys. Good day today. Rangers Penguins tonight, 7:30 puck drop. It'll be interesting. We'll see how it goes. Thank you guys for watching. Love you all. See you in the next one. Peace.